So you're losing body mass, but you're not losing body fat. Many of you are like, I need to exercise more and I need to eat less. Kind of. So what's up? What's up? It's your girl Elle. I am your online fitness and nutrition coach. And today I'm here to talk to you about why you're not losing body fat. So let's get started. A lot of you are no longer focused on the scale and rather on the body fat percentage that you're losing, but you're going about it all the wrong way. It's still not happening for you and you can't figure out why. Well, the first reason why you're not losing any body fat is because you're simply eating too much. Sounds simple, right? Eating too much? But it's true. So in order to drop body weight, not fat, we'll get there, you need to take your total daily energy expenditure, which is your basal metabolic rate plus all of the calories you burn throughout the day. In order to sustain your body mass, you need to make sure you're taking in that many calories. If you forgot how to calculate that, go back to the last video I posted last week where I explain how to calculate your basal metabolic rate. And if you're not in a caloric deficit, you may not need to lose body mass, but some of you are still losing body mass and not body fat. If you are wanting to lose body fat, the areas that you just want to get rid of, the love handles and so forth, not water, not muscle, this is something you just can't simply wing. You can't just do more cardio and eat less. This will not give you the result that you desire and are looking for because you will instead lose muscle and water. Why? Because your body gets rid of protein first and we don't want that. And your body is going to hold on to the body fat. Why? Because fat is more energy dense. And if you are starving yourself eating too little, your body wants to hold on to that as a longer sustainable energy source to help keep you alive, which is why muscle goes first. So if you're eating too much or too little and your macros are not dialed in, you will not lose the body fat that you desire to achieve. To get from where you are to where you want to be, you need to be very strategic on how you get there, especially if you have a specific goal in mind. Especially if you're putting in all the time and effort at home or in the gym. I know that you have a desired idea of what you want your body to look like in your mind. And if you're putting in the work, then you definitely want to put the work in the kitchen as well. 2, you're drinking too much alcohol. Yes, I said it. If you're drinking too much alcohol, this is not going to help you reach your goals, especially your body fat loss goal. Why? Because if you're drinking alcohol, our bodies cannot sustain and store alcohol. Alcohol is actually poisonous for our body and we can't hold it. As soon as alcohol enters our body, it has to figure out where to go for our body to break it down, but our body cannot break it down. So in turn, it turns into something else. And when that is taking place, our metabolic functioning stops completely. Yes, it stops working. And that means that fat oxidation stops, which means we're not burning fat. And it takes about 70 up to 72 hours for alcohol to actually break down within the body. 3 days, which means within those 72 hours, your body is not losing or burning any fat. So think about it. How much alcohol are you drinking a day? How much alcohol are you drinking a week? And how often? During those times, you're not losing body fat. So I highly do not recommend consuming any alcohol if you have a body fat loss goal. This goes for if you have a desired outcome, like maybe you have a competition coming up, maybe you have a wedding to plan, maybe you have a photo shoot, or I just want to lose body fat. Whatever it is, alcohol should be the number one thing that you cut out if you're really serious about your goals. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to gain weight if you drink alcohol. You can have a cocktail, you can have a shot, you can have a glass of wine, but not the whole bottle. Just know that in the meantime, you will not be losing any body fat. I did it. I was wanting to get rid of my love handles and I was wanting to turn these flabby arms into muscle. I gave up alcohol for 2 years, and in those 2 years, I lost a lot of body fat. But I was serious about my goals. So ask yourself, how serious are you about achieving your body fat loss goals? 3, you're eating too little. Does this come to a surprise to some of you? So I had a client who was a runner. She was definitely not eating enough. She was only eating about 120 grams of carbs per day, and she had these big goals. And she found herself tired, low energy. She was working out way too much and eating way too little. Why? Because her idea was carbs are bad. False, y'all. If you guys didn't catch the first video about where I explain what macros are, I explain why carbs are actually beneficial to the body. So I had to explain this to her, and we actually went ahead and upped her carbohydrates to 275. At first, this was a shock to her. Like, oh my gosh, what? That many carbs? But guess what it did? It helped her achieve her goal, and we lost 4% body fat in the 12 weeks of working together. We continue to hop on the phone every week, and we make macros adjustments as needed to help her with her specific goals. Listen, there are a ton of circumstances where you will need to eat more. And I know many of you ladies, based on the forums and based on the feedback that I get from y'all, you are not eating enough. Just think about it. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you have been in a caloric deficit for so long and you haven't seen any kind of bodily change, you haven't seen the scale change, you haven't seen measurements change, you haven't seen your pictures change, you're low on energy, you may be eating too little over time, and you might actually need to up the calories. And if you drop carbs for too long, this is going to decrease your insulin levels, which decreases your leptin. And leptin is what tells your body that it's starving, which means that it holds onto the fat for survival. And when those levels are too low, your body will naturally stop releasing fat, and you will continue to hold onto it and store it because it's afraid you won't feed it again. And at this point, it might be time to have a refeed day where you work to increase your insulin levels, which will help increase your leptin levels, which will help balance out that plateau and reset your body and your hormone levels to stop thinking that it's starving and it's okay to start getting rid of all this fat. So if you truly desire to achieve these big goals that you have in regards to losing body fat, then you need to start dialing in on your macros against your total daily expenditure. And if you're confused on how to do that on your own, I highly suggest scheduling a consultation with me where I can help walk you through your exact macro calculation along with your total daily energy expenditure. Talk to you about the energy that you're putting in and putting out, and where we can start tweaking those macros to make sure you are balanced and fine-tuned. Because I would hate for you to continue to play this guessing game and trying to figure it out by yourself and not getting anywhere and not seeing any real results, when just a minor adjustment will make a world of difference. So if you would love to get a consultation, all you have to do is go to theelleross.com or click the link in the bio and click on the Nourish and Tone Transformation Program, where you can schedule a call. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you found this video useful. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.